Hey friends, Shane Parent here with REMAX River City's Platinum team, and I'm joined by Kris, Trajano, and also remotely Allison, McDougall with the Platinum team. We're here to talk about what's been going on now that summer is in full swing. We got our plus 30s, congratulations. Got my burn on. And so we finished up June and we're in July now, and so let's chat a little bit about what's been going on. The big, I guess, discussion point is interest rates and how that's affecting the market, people's homes value, also buyers' buying power, and also a lot of, I guess, negative talk, doom and gloom in media, and so we want to just say in Edmonton, chill out a little bit. We're okay. The biggest impact, obviously, is like Toronto and Vancouver, where the sky, seems to be falling. There's some dramatic decreases. Every property that's listed is not getting 40 offers on it anymore, and so they don't know how to handle that. And so for us, it's been a cooling summer versus compared to last summer, and obviously since early spring where we had pretty aggressive market, things have cooled off for us, but I wouldn't say that it's slow by any means. We've got regular season activity. I think a pretty balanced market right now, with some good properties priced well are still selling very quickly, even in multiple offers. Also, we're seeing that some product in the more estate or executive level, unfortunately, single level, and you'll talk about condos in a second, they're hurt a little bit more again, where a lot of condos just aren't moving. So the big point of discussion, like I said, is interest rates, and they've doubled since the beginning of the year, and that's affected dramatically what a new buyer in the market can afford, which ultimately will put a little bit of pressure on sellers' pricing. So we can't just be going crazy on pricing.
For sure.
We need to be more strategic about that. Also, getting a lot of calls from our past clients asking for mortgage rep referrals because they're up for renewal. And it's a bit of an eye-opener if you got a mortgage a few years back for under 3%, under 2% for some people, and now they're in the high 4s or low 5%, which if you've been around for a couple of years, like I have, it's a great rate. Like I remember having investment properties at 7% and stuff like that, and going, great, this still cash flows. So I guess know your numbers, get educated, be comfortable with that. But let's do a condo update, and then we'll go remotely for a single family update, and we're here to be a resource for you guys.
So in the condo market, I guess we can say that it's gone slightly lower than last month, again, slightly. It wasn't doing too much last month either, but this month we did see the slight decrease. In comparison to last year, though, we're a little above from last year.
Great.
So, and typically condos right now are staying on the market for just over a month, and I'll say a month to a month and a half. So
the average day on market?
Yeah, sorry, the days on market, for sure. So with that said, we'll start off with the least.
Okay, the low end.
The lowest price condo that sold in June, I should say, was listed at $32,000, but it actually sold for $32,500.
Okay, so went over asking price.
For $32,500 again. And again, as like last month, this condo was located in Boyle Street with 600 square feet. So pretty decent size, right? One bedroom at that. Now the high end, again, just like last month as well, we're hitting downtown Edmonton. And as I was saying, I think the downtown core is starting to get revived, and we see a lot more activity as well as people moving down there. So this month of June, the highest priced condo sold for $1.555
Great.
nil.
Great.
So, and that condo was just over 2,000 square feet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and when you were talking about that low end one, and you had mentioned earlier that still Edmonton is one of the highest valued locations in Northern America, I believe.
Mhm.
And so throughout Canada, we have the most value for property and one of the lowest prices for condos.
Yeah.
And so it's we are seeing still a lot of out of town
Oh yes.
buyers.
Yeah. Investors for sure.
Yeah.
This is definitely a great area for investors to start tapping into as well. With the interest rates, especially today, having risen.
Yeah.
Having risen. I think the condo market, I feel, is going to be a little bit more attractive to a lot of buyers. With that said, too, I'm only talking about condos that are apartment style condos. And
Right.
condos do have categories of townhouses as well. So we're not talking about townhouse condos, we're specifically talking about apartment style condos when I'm speaking about them.
Great. Let's go to Allison, remote today, to talk about what's going on in the single family market. Allison, what's happening over there?
Thanks, Shane, Kris. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry I couldn't be there today. So single family, what's been happening? Well, as Shane and Kris kind of touched on, things have, slowed down a little bit with the interest rates, and summer's not quite as hot as we were seeing last year. That being said, overall prices are still up year over year, and we're seeing that at, just under 3%. Month over month, they were still up a little bit, but I would assert that we're going to see that even off as the interest rate impact takes effect over the next month or so. Days on market were about the same at 29 days on market. So we're not seeing that real panic that we were seeing earlier in the spring, but there is still consistency and sales happening. And like Shane said, there's still some multiple offers happening. So our encouragement would be, it's not the doom and gloom that the national news would have you believe here in Edmonton. But a big part of it is the mentality that goes with the fear and concern that is quite common right now. So get some facts, get some information. We are here to help. And real estate is neighborhood specific, as we always say. And that is even more applicable right now when you're listening to the news. In terms of highs and lows, we had a beautiful home in Glenora that sold, guys. It was a 2-story, 3,100 square feet, and it sold for $1.975. That was in Glenora. Lovely. It was an infill, built in 2020. You can still get a single family in Montrose, and that one sold for $132. So yeah, lots still happening. Summer's in full swing, and hope everyone's having a good one. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thanks for the update, Allison. Really appreciate that. And it's good to get all perspectives, right, in all property types. And like we always say, real estate is neighborhood specific. And with the interest rates rising, and you're curious on what your home's value, or if your home's value has been affected, or if you were to buy something, what does that look like? We're here to help. And so, don't hesitate to reach out, and also smash the subscribe button, and make sure you're getting all the updated news from us. Have an amazing day.
Bye, folks.